Hi, I'm Andrew Bunnell, and it's spring 2021, and I'm with the Geiger counter equipment right here to the side of me. I also have a clock. Right behind the clock is the large lead pig that holds the detector. I have the clock here so that you can see real time what's going on um, as we take some data today. First off, you got three cables on the back of this thing. You got power, we got USB, and we also got a BNC type cable. Let me just show you that cable. Oops. Uh, Easiest thing to do. This cable right here will have 1,000 volts when this box is turned on, so do not unplug it while the box is turned on. There's a little red switch on the back of the box, and I'm just going to go ahead and press it. Okay, now I got this program right here. It's going to take some data, but I got to take control. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click this button right here, this run stop button. And now we're going to go ahead and do this display select. We're going to change this to 10. Wait, no, we're going to change this for 60. That will be 60 seconds. And now we're going to go down to high voltage and go up. We're going to change it to 1,000. There we go. And the number, each of these systems have a slightly different number, and the voltage is written on the box right there, which voltage depending on which Geiger you're using. Okay, that's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Oh, I actually took the little sample drawer already and put it in the radiation closet. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just change this for one run, and it's going to take data for 10 minutes. For 60 seconds. Let's change this to 10. 10 runs. And we're going to take 10 data measurements to measure the background noise. So let's go ahead over to counts and start counting. And as this thing is counting, you're going to see the numbers pop up kind of slowly. There's a little bit of background radiation noise here in Holland, in the basement. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and switch to my phone and go to the radiation closet and get our sample for today. And then I'll add the phone on top of this too, so you can see both at the same time. All right. All right, it's been running for a couple minutes, and let's go across the room to check out the radiation closet. Across the hall, I should say. So here's the radiation closet. I've signed out the key. And there is our howitzer that has the radioactive source in the middle, right inside of there. Now it has about a foot of water along each axis from that center. And right here, this tube is where we got our sources. Now, just to let you know, down that center tube, there's a weight with a little hook on it and a rope that looks about like that, but it's just fatter. It's about 2 inches diameter. That's the plutonium beryllium source. And just to let you know, I brought over a Geiger counter so that we can see if something's radioactive or not. We got lots of sources in here. So there's more radioactivity around there. And so we're going to use a LARA and stay as far away as we can, so try to keep everything at arm's length. And let's go ahead and switch cameras. Oops. Switch cameras. I guess I can't switch cameras while I'm recording this. So let's just go ahead and pull out this tube. Now there's some little indium samples in there, and I'm going to go ahead and try to position my phone so you can see something. Alright, I'm just going to carefully pull out these samples. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set one aside. Hopefully I'm on the camera. Okay. I'm going to slowly push this up. Just like that. I'm going to slide it back in to the tube. Okay. Now here's my sample right here, just to show you it's radioactive. Hey, my detector turned off. There you go. And so now we're back. Now the problem with this meter, I can't use this wireless meter to run this test because the dead time is too great. So if I was to stick this on there, you'd hear lots of beeps, but then the dead time's too great, so you can't actually see the decay. Alright, so let's hit the lights, because there's too many counts. Alright. I pushed the wrong button, and I hope I didn't lose that video. If so, we'll have to... Oh. There we go. And so now we're back to here. Okay. And let's check to see if our test is finished. All right, it looks like it has stopped. And so let's go ahead and save that data. I'm just going to go ahead and click Write File. Now what I can do is I can take these points and I can do an average and a standard deviation and find out what my average background radiation is. I'm going to go ahead and click Write File, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Reset. Now we're going to change, we're going to keep the high voltage to 1000. We're going to change the time back up to 60 seconds. And this time we want to have a whole hour's worth of data, so let's change this to 60. And let's go ahead and slide in our sample. Okay, here's our little indium foil right here. And now let's go ahead and slide that in. There we go. And let's go ahead and hit count. Whoa, look how fast this thing's counting. Now just to show you with the little meter, if I turn it on, and now it's beeping just a little bit, but if I hold it even where the opening is, there's not any radiation really easily coming out, because this whole big thing is a big chunk of lead, and the lead stops that radiation from escaping. Even around that crack right there, there's only background radiation. So let's go ahead and turn this guy off. And look at this, we've already got up to 4,500 counts, and it should be updating my graph here pretty soon. Let's see if I made a mistake. There we go. It reset the graph, and now it's started the first point. It says counts are 6838 with the first minute. And let's just go ahead and wait for a second minute, and then we'll let it run on its own for the next hour. And there's our second point. And now the graph is going to start filling in, and as we go. I'm going to go ahead and shift the picture over to the other side so that you can watch the graphics here. So let's go ahead and fade that over, and there we go. And that's weird, those little arrows at the bottom. Oh well. All right, we'll be back in an hour to stop this data, or to observe what happened with this data. All right, it has finished taking data. So let me go ahead and copy all this data, Control A. Oh, Control A doesn't work. Let's go to Run, all the way down, Control C. And we could add up another scene. I don't really need to add up another scene. Just know that I'm pasting it into a Microsoft Excel worksheet, and that worksheet is going to be posted online. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.